Hello Libra, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy the reading. This will be a general life reading for your sign. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that does help to move the videos around YouTube. Okay, let's see what we've got for you. Okay, so first one is 7th house, house of relationships. First house, so anything happening in your first house will automatically affect your 7th house and vice versa. Because the first house is always about the self and the 7th house is about your close personal relationships or partnerships. And then we've got 9th house. Let's get some astrological guidance. We've got Chiron, and we've got Yod, and we've got Grand Trine. Nice, okay. Bottom of the astrological deck is Gemini, I think. So Gemini, strong focus. As I said, it is going to be a strong focus later on in the month. And so this will definitely be some sort of connection with you. Being an air sign as well, Gemini is also an air sign, so this is somehow going to affect you. Let's get goddess guidance. Be strong, Sekhmet. We've got Kali, endings and beginnings. We've got Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. The bottom of the goddess deck is Ostara, fertility. So something new coming in for you here, which is indicated by this in any case, certainly with the Kali. Let's get a destiny card. Compassion, okay. Let's get a fairy tarot. Four of Autumn, manage your resources wisely. Bottom of the fairy tarot is 10 of Autumn, so a lot of autumn cards. This is all about coins, abundance usually. 10 of Autumn coming in there. Okay. So straight off the bat, it looks to me like some of you are going to be going through a relationship change or shift, or it's a new cycle. And it's going to take its toll on you because you've got the first house. You've also got compassion. There may be legal matters involved. But it's a new start. There's some sort of new start coming in for you, so there's a decision to be made as well. And obviously financial situations also will come in here for you. So let's have a look. So we've got 7th house. This is the house of partnerships, but it's also the house of relationships. This is normally your committed relationship, your close personal one-on-one relationships. So it's normally your partner, or if you're married, or it could be somebody that you've been committed to for a long time, but it can also be a business partnership that you may have. And it's also the lower courts come in with this. So now with Chiron coming in, and you've got Sekhmet, be strong. All of these are yellow colors, so and possibly orange. So this is all about your solar plexus chakra, which is all about your will, your confidence, it's your willpower, it's how you go about things, it's your sort of energy to initiate things, it's your will. So now with Chiron healing, this is very much about obtaining healing in some way, shape or form. So it seems to me that in your relationship house, something is coming up again, possibly. Now this may be a repeated cycle from past lives with your person or with your business partnership, or it could be something that has happened before in this lifetime, whenever it was. So whether it makes you uncomfortable, this feeling when it comes up, or when the situation arrives. It makes you uncomfortable because it feels like, oh no, this is happening again, or this situation is coming up again to be dealt with. Always Chiron is about that. Chiron is about obtaining healing, but it's through wisdom through pain. So what it is, it's normally that you've got a wound, whether you've come into this lifetime with the wound, or whether this is something that's developed during this current lifetime, whether it's with this person or with somebody else, or this business relationship or some other situation. It's got like a bit of an echo, or it may be a repeat situation, different circumstances, different people, however it plays out, but it's a repeat situation. So that can come in with the Chiron healing. It's about obtaining the healing for this. But in order to do this, you've really got to open up that wound, whatever it may be. Now this, in some cases, can be a physical wound, but it's normally an emotional wounding. And this can come about through many different circumstances. But it's about not suppressing that wound, or closing it over, or trying to ignore it any longer, or whatever the situation is, whatever is coming up, you need to open it up, get it into the light, acknowledge that there's a problem, there's something that needs to be dealt with around the situation. So don't be afraid, open it up, get the light in, have a look at it, and accept that it's had a place in your life. All right, so this repeated circumstance, or this feeling, whatever the wounding is, or whatever the situation is, it needs to come into the light. And once you've got it into the light, it loses that power, because now you're looking at it directly. You're not ignoring it, you're not suppressing it, you're not running away from it, you're actually facing it head on. And let the light in. Let the light in on it. If you need somebody to assist you, then find someone who can assist you with this process. But it can be done entirely on your own, and in conjunction with the person related to this. So get it out, have a look at it, and deal with it, and apply forgiveness. This can be, you don't have to condone other people's behavior. This is about getting acceptance for the situation, and forgiving yourself, and forgiving your energy that has been sort of stuck there from a past experience. As I said, whether it's from a past life or from this life, whatever the situation is, it's something that has not ever been dealt with properly. So get it out, deal with it properly, face it, and bring the light in, and apply forgiveness. So in other words, you apply forgiveness to the situation, you let go, you release that energy, because you've looked at it, you've accepted it, that it's had a place in your life, and then you can release it. And then your energy is no longer trapped in that situation, going round and round, waiting for another time in your life to reappear. And this process is wonderfully freeing, because it also gives you a key, which is the symbol for Chiron. It's a key for obviously helping yourself, but also for helping others who may be going through a similar situation, whether you take it on as a profession and you're actually helping others, whether it's the youth, or your to do with relationships, or whatever it may be. So it's an opportunity to help others, whether it's through professionally, or just assisting others, or whether it's you might be able to assist a friend or somebody else that you know that's going through a similar situation. It really does give you, it's empowering. Okay. Also, this is about nature, getting out into nature, spending time in nature. So during this process that's occurring, make sure that you are grounded, that you are connecting with nature in some form. It can also be about using natural therapies to assist you, whether this is naturopathy, homeopathy, chiropractic, or some other method, natural remedies. Any kind of natural medicine comes in with this, but also the medicinal field as well. Any part of that may come in, whether this is you understanding how to apply it for yourself and helping others the same way, or whether you're just understanding it. and the application of it for your particular situation, but it can help you. So find someone else to help you if you can. Some of the remedies are multiple layered, especially in homeopathy. They can help you with a great many different layers of yourself to assist you to move forward, especially if you're letting go of something which has been painful for you for a long period of time. So all natural things come in with this, so staying close to nature, but using natural medicine to assist you. But it really is about obtaining healing from something which has been long buried, or something that has never been dealt with properly the first time round. And you need to actually go back to the original time, or the first time that you noticed it, or the first time that it happened. Examine the situation around there, and come up with, understand it, understand why it's had a place in your life. Everything is a learning experience. That's why you're here. Everything is a learning experience, and you just come out of it better, wiser, more equipped, and then you can free yourself and move on. This is why you have Sekhmet be strong as well. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So this is about having courage to deal with the situation, to actually get it out in the open and acknowledge it and do the forgiveness and release it, so that your energy is not trapped there all the time, because this can drain you. This can drain you your entire life, especially if it keeps happening again and again. It's like a repeated situation. So to have the courage to face it, to deal with it, have a victorious mindset, have a mindset of actually coming out positively in the situation. And if you find a natural therapy or a remedy, or somebody who's equipped to assist you in some way, whether it's medicinally or through its natural therapies or natural medicines or whatever it may be, somebody who's equipped, who's qualified to assist you. You may have a few naysayers or skeptics around you who are saying, oh, that'll never work or whatever. You just try. You just go quietly in your own way and find different ways, do different things, find a way, and ignore the naysayers and the skeptics, or whatever the situation is here in your seventh house. Because if you have a positive mindset and you speak positively about things, then that is what you will manifest. And this is what this card is all about. It's about manifesting positive things. Let go of victim mindsets, or any sort of poverty consciousness or poor me's. You want to be victorious. You want to see yourself in a victorious light. So this is what this card is all about. Do all you can to build up your solar plexus, your confidence levels. Do whatever you can to boost that for yourself, so that you can tackle whatever is coming up in here and aim for a positive outcome. Compassion is also going to come in here. It may come in a number of times, but this is also about whoever else is involved in the situation, but also have compassion for yourself, all right? As I said, everything in life is a learning experience, everything. So all the wisdom that you gain, everything that you learn, everything that you understand from the situation, all gets recorded in the Akashic records for yourself and for others. Other people can also access that information for their own helpfulness, So everything is a learning experience. It's all about understanding life and your place in life, and that means having compassion for yourself and for others, so that you can release yourself. Because if you bear a lot of resentment or grudges, or have deep-seated issues about things that never get resolved, this is when Chiron comes in, because it's going to keep coming up until you deal with it. So you need to release your energy from that. Don't let it get trapped there and create a loop, which is difficult to get out of the older you get. Now we've also got, obviously, as I said, whatever affects your seventh house affects your first house as well. So the first house is your physical body. So this is why you've got the natural remedies, natural therapies, medicinal applications, whatever that may be. Spending time in nature, very, very important, or using natural means to assist you, whether that's taking breaks in nature, walking in nature, going by the sea, whatever it takes for you to help yourself. So first house is always about the body, the physical body, your radiance, your life force, your chi, your energy level, what you're promoting, what you're projecting outwards. And it's also actually the physical body, any sort of physical woundings also appear here. Sometimes you get a physical wounding which has actually got an emotional manifestation. So explore all that as well. So first house is also about what you're projecting outwards to others. So It could be that you have in the past been projecting some sort of negativity, whether it's a poverty consciousness or whether it's a poor me or a sort of like a, like a losing kind of way of projecting yourself. In other words, oh, this is happening to me again. This always happens to me, or whatever it is. Think about what you're saying. Think positively, speak positively, and that is what you will manifest. All right. So it could be that you're changing some aspect of what you're projecting outwards, because you want to bring positive circumstances, positive people, positive experiences to you. You want to draw positive learning experiences towards you. Okay. So it's all about that, what you are projecting, what other people are seeing when they meet you or when they see you. What are you projecting outwards? Okay. And it's also about your own particular interests, your own self-oriented interests, whether this is a gym routine or whether it's a makeover, or whether you are changing some aspect of how you look, or, your physical fitness or just your health in general, whatever it may be. It's your self-oriented interests, okay, and related to the physical body. So what you are projecting outwards, what people are picking up, your personality, your sort of habits and so on, this is all coming in with the first house. So now it's saying here that you've got your destiny coming in. So what this is saying is that this is whatever you're going through here is important for you. It's part of your destiny. It's part of your life path. It's something that you've chosen for yourself. It's an experience that you've chosen for yourself to go through. It's a learning experience. And you might just find that, as I said, with the Sekhmet be strong, you may have a few people around you who are not supportive or who just don't see what you see in this situation. Okay. But what it's saying is that's completely fine for a Yod aspect to be in your life. This is about being different from the rest. You may be a black sheep in the family, or you may just be different. You may just be feeling different from others. You may just be out of step with others that you're used to being around, or other people that have been in your life. You may just be on a different sort of rhythm to others, and that's quite normal with this. What this does is it actually puts you in a position where you are like that. You are feeling different or feeling apart from others in some way, or you are you can't expect to receive good advice or any kind of support while you are on this particular path, whatever it may be, whether it's a physical routine or whether it's to do with something with your persona, what you're projecting to others now. Perhaps you're undergoing a big shift there. It's saying that this is your path and your path alone. Only you are going to walk this, okay? And so it's got a kind of a pioneering aspect to it. It's about, doing things in your own way, and in your own time. And in some cases, it may be that you'll be doing something alone or in secret or away from others. It could be that. But the path will not be clear. It won't be easy. You won't have everything laid out for you, and you may not have others along the way, being able to guide you in some way. This is about accessing your own guidance, okay, your own inner GPS. That's what this is about. So once you access that, you will get all the guidance you need, and this will come from internally, which is always the very best way. Connect to God internally. Don't connect through external means. Do it within yourself, and you can't go wrong. Listen to your heart, and that will guide you. This is about following, as I said, quite a unique path, or a different path, or just a path that is different from others. So you may not have a sounding board. You may not have other means of gauging where you are, what's happening. But it's unique to you. It's important that you walk it. You won't be able to avoid it. It's destiny. It's fate. And this is something important that you need to do. It's something that you've lined up for yourself. And as long as you follow your inner guidance, you will get to the other side. There is success on the other side of this. This is going to teach you incredible inner strength, and you're going to learn a lot during this process. So it's very valuable experience that you're going to be going through. But just keep going along your path. Listen to your inner guidance, and just keep following step by step as you are guided, and you will get there to the other side. Now, at the top, you've got Kali endings and beginnings. So it certainly is a shift of some sort. The old must be released so that the new can enter. So this may be that it could be really simple in that you are changing your look, or you're having a makeover, you're cutting your hair, you're changing the way you dress. It could just be changing where you are physically in your life. And this is going to affect your energy levels. You could be now moving towards a more independent aspect. You could be perhaps even relocating where you are. Perhaps you are becoming more independent. Perhaps you are changing the way you have done things in the past. Perhaps you are, as I said, having a makeover, and this is going to change your outlook on life. It could be your attitude, but it's your life force. Your energy is going to get a big shift here. Something you are doing is going to really bring you through a cycle shift. But with Kali endings and beginnings, this is nothing to be afraid of. All right. So whatever is going on, whatever is happening, the old must be released so that the new can enter. All right. You cannot have new things or grow new things when you've got a whole lot of, your hands are full with old things. Something's got to go. And what she's saying is that don't fear any of these changes that are occurring, because they're completely necessary for you. It's very, very important that you go through this change. You're going to be in a much better position afterwards. Just don't fear it. Be open. Work with Kali. Kali is the ultimate get things done goddess. All right. So use her energy to give you that power, that impetus, which is the first house. How you're going to meet the world. What course are you plotting? How are you setting your sails now to sail off in a new direction? How are you doing that? What about your energy levels? How are you? What are you projecting? What course are you setting for yourself now, or with your partner? As it may be. Take it as it resonates for you. So this is about ending something and beginning something, closing a chapter of your life and beginning a new chapter. It could be that you are changing some other big aspect of your life, and it's to do, and it's going to affect yourself, your the way you're meeting the world, the way you're moving forward in the world, your interests. Something big is shifting in your life, and it's going to affect your relationship in some way, shape, or form. But it could also be that something in your relationship is shifting, and therefore it is affecting your first house, which is your life force, your energy levels. You may be changing something, as I say, because of this. But these two work hand in hand. So don't fear this, whatever the cycle shift is, or this change that you're going to go through. Grasp it and be open to it, and allow this shift to occur in your life. And it's going to bring new things in for you, whether this is your personality or your outlook is changing, and therefore you're going to draw other things towards you, other possibilities, or whatever the situation is. It could just be that you're changing some physical routine that you have in your life. Perhaps you've done a particular thing forever, and now you're changing it. You've decided that that's not working for you anymore. Now you need to change it. And it's going to take a little bit of tweaking and adjusting, but you will get there in the end. And don't forget to have compassion for yourself. As I said, any sort of physical shift or emotional shift or relationship shift, always, you feel it in your body. So get help from any natural therapies or remedies or anything like that. Find people who can assist you, or just try different things for yourself quietly on your own. As I said, with the Yacht Destiny, this can sometimes mean that you are on your own, or you're working quietly behind the scenes. Just explore, try different things, and see what works for you. As I said earlier on, with the Gemini, I think, so a decision needs to be made here. This Gemini often brings in a decision. It can be that, or it could be that you are in two minds about something. And so this is about which way to go, which choice to make, or which direction to move in. Any of those things can come in. It can also be about communication. So communication needs to be is important with this card. So in all of these situations, how you communicate, as I said, and this is also how you communicate to yourself. What do you say to yourself? Your self-speak must be positive, all right? And what you utter to others, and even when you're just at home alone and you're talking to yourself, positive affirmations, positive speak. That will change a lot of things for you because it's about manifestation. All right. So think positively, speak positively, and that is what you will draw towards you. It may also be that you're needing to research certain things. You may be needing to find out more information. This is exchange of ideas. This is all the forte of Gemini. This is about information, understanding, learning, maybe coming in for you, talking to others, networking, communicating. All of these things come in. There may be some family members involved. These could be general relatives or aunts and uncles or cousins or siblings. Siblings quite often come in with this. It can also be that you have a soulmate coming in to assist you. Now, this could be a new partner, or it could be your existing partner and you're just going through a shift of some sort, or it could be somebody else that's coming in to assist you at this time. This normally is quite a strong connection. This is the Lover's card, so it could be somebody like that for you, but it could also just be somebody you have a very strong bond with, whether this is past life or present life, and whether you may just be working on something for a short term or a long term, whatever the situation may be. It could be that. All right. But Gemini is all about communication and being sincere about what you're saying, but also listening. Listen and speak. And pay attention with the Gemini energy. Pay attention. You may be multitasking as well. So all of these factors come in. Now we've got here with the ninth house. Ninth house is quite a big house. It's got quite a lot to it. So take it as it resonates for you. Okay. So this could be, it does cover the law and legal situations, the higher courts. So that may be coming in. And I say that because you've got unconditional love, Mary Magdalene here. So this is about, being in this frame. So that may be relevant if you have a legal situation pending. It can also be about travel, or international travel, or long distance travel. That may be coming in for you as well. Or it may be something that you're wanting to do, but you're not able to do it just yet, or you haven't been able to do it just yet, something that you're wanting to do and you haven't been able to initiate. But it also is, there's lots of other aspects that come in. It can also be about expansion of some sort of adventure or exploration. Now, this obviously can be within relationships or within other spheres of your life. That expansion, trying something new. It can also be about expression outward in the form of teaching or public relations or so publishing, teaching, public relations, or sort of any work which is in the public arena. Okay, anything to do with that. It can also be about your relationship to your in-laws. That may be coming in as well. And in some cases, it can also be about your intuitive processes connected to any one of those. These are the intuitive processes. This is about going with what you're feeling, your gut sensations, or just any kind of downloads or information that you receive about a situation. It's about following that. It's about following the truth, finding the truth, discerning the truth. Just discernment in general comes in with this. It can also be about finding your faith. And this can be through philosophy, religion, belief systems in general come in with this energy. So for many, you may be realigning that, or you may be changing something, especially if you're having a first house revamp or something like that. So your faith in yourself, your faith in others, your faith in your relationships, or it could be your religion or your belief systems around what you value in your life could also be changing. All of that comes in with the ninth house. So it's a seeking of wisdom and understanding and your faith in yourself and where you're going and what's occurring around you. It really is. It can be a sort of a learning experience in any one of those fields. So sort of philosophy, religion, or belief systems, but it can also manifest in the form of study. Now, this is normally higher education, so like university level education, or it could even be adult education. So you may be wanting to further that in some way. Perhaps you are changing something in your life. And that is why you have the first house. You know, it's something that you're setting sail for, something that you're aiming for. It could be that, some sort of change or shift within your studying. Maybe you're changing course, or you are just actually going to be studying something new for yourself. It could even be a natural therapy or a remedy, however it resonates for you. So use the ninth house energy to get a deeper understanding, to discern, to come to sort of understanding about things, and don't be afraid to explore and go on an adventure if need be, if that's what you need at this time. Now we've got here Grand Trine blessings. So some sort of blessing is coming in for you here in the ninth house. Whether this is legally or whether it's in the form of some sort of promotional work that you're doing, or it could be publishing related or teaching related. Something is coming in, some sort of pathway is being opened up for you. So this could be, you may have been through a bit of a period where you've had a lot of hurdles or a lot of difficulties to overcome, or blocks. And now with the Grand Trine blessings energy, when that comes in, those blocks or those hurdles are lifted away. And now your path is clearer. Now you can actually move forward. You can flow forward. So it's like a general feeling of harmony. Completion comes in with this as well. And in some cases, closure. All right. So this is it's like the sort of like the culmination, or it can be the, something completing for you now, and it brings a blessing. Something is finishing or closing off, or just a project may be finishing as well. It could be that something is kind of coming full circle for you, or something where you just feel that like contentment and harmony, because whatever had to be done has been done. Or it could be that you are now experiencing an uprising of certain aspects of yourself which may have been suppressed. Certainly with Chiron, things have been suppressed. So this could be talents or abilities or affinities that you have, and it could very well be manifesting in the ninth house through a form of study. Whatever the form of study may be, it could also even be the law that you may be studying, whatever it is. But it's your understanding of things, and it covers many subjects: philosophy, religion, belief systems, or it's a publishing thing or teaching, whatever it may be. But some sort of something is rising up, like a talent or an ability, or something that's innate in you that is now starting to flow. It has been released. It's kind of like having good fortune smile on you. Now things are flowing, now things are moving, and it's that feeling of contentment and happiness. Blessings are coming to you. You still have to steer with this energy. You can't become complacent. You still have to steer it. And so this is why I feel you've got the first house here. So there's still some effort required to actually channel this energy that's coming in, all this flow. So you may be completing something, and now it's a case of, okay, well, now what? What do I do now? And then how are you going to steer that energy forward? That's what this energy is like. And certainly with the first house, that's what's indicated here. So it's a very fortunate energy. It's a very full of blessings, or a blessing may be coming to you, whatever is appropriate for you. But it's a very nice energy. It's got a lot of flow, and it really is. It's kind of like a salve to something that has been difficult for you. It's soothing and harmonious. With Mary Magdalene, unconditional love. Love yourself, others, in every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So apply this. This also goes hand in hand with the compassion. Whatever is going on in this ninth house, however it's being applied, make sure you love yourself always. Compassion for yourself, and then for others, and every situation, which is what the Chiron healing card is all about. You want to get healing in this situation, okay? And that means applying unconditional love. It means applying compassion, first of all to yourself, and then to your situation. If you come from a place of compassion and unconditional love, then if you're projecting that outwards, then what you're going to draw towards you is going to be a better manifestation than if you were coming from a more negative place, okay? So ignore the naysayers and the skeptics. This is about getting right with yourself and God, or your angels, or your guides, or whatever you relate to as a higher power, okay? Get right with yourself and that. And unconditional love, remember, is about giving energy out in the form of love and not expecting anything back in return. All right. So whether you're a teacher or a publisher, you may have something really important to say, and you're releasing this. It's always about giving from a place of not expecting a return, but it's also about looking at things from this point of view, or from a compassionate point of view, and no matter what the appearances may be, no matter what things are, how things look. All right, this is about being right in yourself and with your higher power. You've got some sort of new beginning coming in for you. As I said, Ostara fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Okay, so which is what Kali is saying here. Some ending is taking place and a beginning is happening. So an old cycle is ending and a new one is beginning, however that plays out for you. But it's also about your attitude and your what the energy that you're putting into this new direction, and what direction it's going to take, and using your intuitive skills and your instincts and your sense of adventure to go after what it is that you want. All right. So whatever it may be, it's very abundant for you. It's a very abundant energy, this, and it's full of blooming flowers. The bunnies are there. There's something in the basket. Normally this is an Easter energy. Ostara is the original name before they changed it to Easter. So so something may be slowly unfolding, or it could just be any time that the energy starts to lighten. So as the energy starts to lighten, once you release the things you don't need anymore, or the things that are holding you back, then you start to bring in more light. Okay, and certainly that is the case with Chiron. Once you allow the light in, then your healing process has begun. So that is going to open all kinds of things for you, this energy. And then just for the fairy input, 4 of autumn, manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save money, help out those who are less fortunate. So obviously financial concerns are coming in here in some form, and you may be able to help others. As I said, the Chiron healing, spreading information or learning or your understanding and how you got past certain things is important. But it is about letting go of negativity. As I said, poverty consciousness, knowing that, not being grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Gratitude produces more things to be grateful about. Okay, that's positive manifestation, positive energy. Don't look at yourself as being poor or having less or not having enough. Or lacking in some way. Okay, always look at yourself in a positive way, which is what the first house is saying to you. Your energy is tied to that. So look at yourself in a positive way, look at your circumstances in a positive way, be grateful for what you have. And then bottom of the fairy tarot, take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. So all of that tied up with this. You may have a family, or it may be connected to other people at this time. This is about working a long-term goal, working towards something which is going to stabilize your finances and for your family, being determined about that. And, your family traditions, whatever they may be, your family connections, you may be able to get advice on that. You may be able to incorporate ideas to do with that. But take steps, so take the lead and ensure that this is done. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Have a wonderful month. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And I will see you next time.